Now, this is the Ottoman dynasty, and this is where we're at. We're going to talk about the last battle of Sultan Murad. This is the same Sultan that I told you the story about last time, who had killed his own son. So, we're going to talk about his last battle, and this battle is very interesting because there is a clear winner, but there's a weird twist, and I'll let you know during the story. Hi, my name is Misha, and welcome to Tarihi Tales. Now, we're talking about the very late 1300s. It's like the 1380s to 90s time period that we're talking about right now. Murad was basically busy in preparing for the siege of Thessalonica, and all the troops that he had were kind of gathered to besiege that area. Now, during this time, while he was busy preparing for that siege, suddenly Murad's Bulgarian vassals declared that they're now independent. And this came as a shock because among these Bulgarian vessels was also a person called John III Shishman. What a name. He was a ruler of the area Veliko Turnovo, and this was the largest area of the divided medieval Bulgarian kingdom. But another interesting thing about John III was that he was also Murad's brother-in-law. And this area was conquered recently, like it was conquered in 1388 by this guy called Chanderli Ali Pasha. He basically occupied all of John Shishman's areas and towns, and at the end, he basically gave them back, and he made no mistake in telling him that, okay, you can rule your own lands, but you are now an Ottoman vassal, and we are the state authority over you, and you should be paying us tribute and whatnot, and then we will give you protection. Because as you can see, we can easily take all your lands and maybe even kill you if you want to. So this kind of thing happened in very recently. And also this man was the brother-in-law of Murad, so this betrayal kind of felt personal to him. But after 1388, all the other advances that the Ottomans made in this area, they were met with defeat because some areas were basically helped by these Bosnian princes, and they defeated the Ottomans. So now when suddenly these Bulgarian vassals are saying that they're independent, Murad automatically believes that these Bosnian princes must be involved. And one of the first people that comes to his mind is Lazar of Serbia. And he's very sure that this guy is definitely involved. So in 1389, Murad invades Serbia with the intention of punishing Lazar first and then moving on to Bosnia to handle all these other princes that have been a thorn in his side. So on the 15th of June, 1389, Murad's army met Lazar's at Kosovo Polji, which is called Field of the Blackbirds in English. Now, the Ottoman forces were almost 25,000 men. And on the other side, after combining the forces of the Serbians, the Kosovians, and the Bosnians, they only had about 16,000 men. This battle lasted for 8 hours, and at the end, it was the Ottomans that actually won. But there was an issue. For both the armies, there was nobody in charge now, because both of the sultans had been killed, Lazar and Murad. In the case of Murad, he was basically separated from his army during the fight at one point, and one of the commanders of the other side, of the Serbian, Kosovian, and the Bosnian side, one of the commanders came over to Murad and he pretended like he was defecting his army, like he was leaving his army and trying to join the side of Murad. And because he was saying all of this, Murad let his guard down. And as soon as the commander came close to him, he basically attacked him and killed Murad. Now, for Lazar, he was actually captured by the Ottoman troops. He was brought over to Murad's tent and he was there beheaded. So the battle had ended, but both the sultans had also died fighting the battle. Now, the thing is, because during Murad's time, he actually had conquered a large area of land, and he was also setting up these administrative changes, and he was basically giving structure to this once nomadic lifestyle that they had. So it said that when news spread that the Sultan Murad had passed away, Europeans rejoiced. It's widely known and recorded that King Charles VI of France went to the Notre Dame and he thanked God that Murad has now passed away. Because a lot of these European nations hoped that with the death of this Sultan, okay, finally, this would be the end of the Ottomans. But as historians say, that was just wishful thinking, because As soon as Murad passed away, his son Bayezid succeeded the throne. And at the same time, he killed his own brother Yaqub to make sure that there is no threat to his power. It is unsure whether Yaqub actually died in battle or if he was properly killed, but it is said that Bayezid had him killed, and thus this became the first ever recorded fratricide in Ottoman history, which basically means killing your own sibling for power. Now, since the Ottomans had won this battle, Serbia did become a vassal of the Ottoman state, but both Kosovo and Bosnia remained independent for the time being. Now, another thing historians say is that yes, even though Murad was killed at this monumental battle that took place with Lazar and all, but the price that the Serbians paid was far greater because this battle marked the end to an independent Serbian kingdom for a lot of centuries to come. So there you go. This was one of the battles that ignited such hope in the heart of the Europeans that yes, finally, this empire must be done with. And also one of the battles that was monumental for the Serbians. And if you want to know more about Ottoman history, make sure to like, share, subscribe because I'll be posting more videos next week. Okay? See you guys. Bye.